Comprehensive plans are all about community, and each of your cities has its own character, its own vision, its own direction. AWC developed a series of short videos to help you prepare your GMA update. Each video contains a few key concepts and conversation starters that you can relate to your community. This segment looks at why your GMA plan matters.
Comp plan process is really an opportunity for the community to come together on their vision. 1995 wasn't that long ago, and 2035 isn't that far away. But as a city council member, I wasn't here in 1995, and I probably won't be here in 2035. So my job is to be a caretaker, and the job of the council member at this point is to really understand and hear the voices of those who were here in 1995 and try to hear the voices of those who will be here in 2035. I'm a caretaker, and I think that's the job of the council. And I think as we look forward, this is about vision for both the history and the future.
Well, I think land use is the driver of so many things that we do in local government, so many things that we care about, so many things that are important to us. It drives so many issues in our community, things from population to quality of life, public safety, additional park amenities. There's not anything that I can think of that doesn't touch land use or it's not influenced directly by land use. Communities have the ability to make choices, and that's what the Growth Management Act and the planning process is all about. It's about making choices. We can grow and we can change the future of our city by choice and design or by chance. And I think most of us want to create that destiny for our own communities and take the route of choice and design. And I think in Bothell that there's nothing that we've done that has been revolutionary, but what we have done is more from a comprehensive nature. I haven't found a community yet that has done so much holistically in terms of its planning process related to its economic development efforts to revitalize a downtown. And so all the tools that are available to us under the Growth Management Act, we have utilized. And it's been very effective for us in terms of really working through the recession and now generating post-recession private investment in our downtown. There's nothing preventing a community that wants to use the Growth Management Planning Act as a springboard or a framework, if you will, to create a new neighborhood plan, to create a new vision or direction for its community. And the Growth Management Act has simply provided that for us. I would say that as communities look towards reimagining their own communities as part of the Growth Management Act process, know that change is possible, that it's really the responsibility and I believe the privilege of local government to inspire their communities, that you can create the future that your citizens want.
It's an opportunity for us to engage in a conversation of why the Growth Management Act is important. Why does it matter? And I think that that is probably one of the most important parts of the comprehensive plan update, is to talk about why is this important, not just for our city, but for the region. Why does it matter that we plan for growth? And I think that it is really important now, all these many years after the Growth Management Act was passed, to remember why we do this. We want to welcome growth, not stop growth, not allow growth, not tolerate, but welcome it. We know it's coming, so how do we make the best possible town that we can?
The magnitude of growth that we will experience in Washington State is very significant, in excess of 1 million people probably in the next 20 years. The question in accommodating that is one, I suppose, not to get frightened by the numbers so much as it is to focus on what the numbers represent and how we will accommodate that growth. So if we look 20 years into the future and think about these numbers, we also need to think about what the job base might look like, how we will move people and goods within the community, how we'll provide the services we need, and to be able to have hopefully a thoughtful, honest, and rich discussion with our community about what this represents and how we will deal with that question. The reality is that these people are, they're not some abstraction in terms of numbers. They're us, they're our kids, they're families that are here because we have a viable economy. Sometimes it's important to think about the flip side. If we didn't have a viable economy and this was a ghost town, well, we wouldn't have those problems. So these are the kind of problems we want to have. The question is, what kind of community are we going to build to accommodate this growth, and what kind of job base and what kind of lifestyle do we want to have? Those are really the kind of sort of central gut questions that ought to drive our discussion and ultimately our decision in the company.